To Joaquin Buckley coming off his amazing knockout. Now, about the strike itself, dude, did you set that up, or was that, I'm hoping this will work? Was this you tried it a million times in the gym? Be honest with me. How was this set up, man?
It wasn't enough like the setup as much as an opportunity that he gave me, if that makes sense, you know. When I was kicking, the game plan was just pretty much to beat up on his lead leg and to destroy his right side, so his right side of his body, and to shut down his forearms because, you know, he blocks pretty heavy, you know, and I just wanted to kick the mess out of his forearms and his body. And so when he caught a couple of my kicks, whatever, I just seen the opportunity to do it. It's just the first two times, whatever, I just didn't. So when I told myself, if he catches my kick like that again, I'm going to just throw it. So once he caught my kick that third time and tried to swing me around, I just went with the momentum. And, you know, of course, you got what you got.
A lot of people are considering this the greatest knockout in UFC history. I know that's a big label. I know that's a lot of pressure. What are some of your favorite knockouts as a fan that you love seeing? Do you have any that are like the ones you go back and look at when you're at home? Is there anything like that for you?
Yes, sir. I mean, they tell me that, or they saying that this is the number one knockout in history, but I always am a big fan of the Dan Henderson H-bomb knockout of Michael Bisping, man. Like, just the build-up of that fight alone, you know what I'm saying, was so dope. And for Hendo to go out there and perform the way he did, you know, not with just the overhand, you know what I'm saying, striking him and then starching Michael Bisping, but the finish with it was just so nasty. So that's one of my favorites. That's my number one favorite. And then you got Edson Barboza, of course. You know what I mean? You got Francis Ngannou. You know, you got a lot of guys, man, that have done great job at, you know what I'm saying, just freaking flatlining people. So, you know what I mean? I'm just getting started. This was one of my first starch knockouts, you know what I mean? But I don't think it's going to be my last.
I don't have to tell you this. A lot of us have been saying Tony and Khabib. Tony and Khabib, we've been saying this for 5 years. And then it kind of felt like maybe that was the end of it, or at least that really changes it, you know? How did you feel when you saw that this guy who's been undefeated for a long time, like he was that guy for you, the rival that you know, Justin beat him?
Honestly, I feel a little bit bad, and same time I understand. I sent a message to Ali and I told him, like right before the fight, Tony Ferguson makes surgery on his left leg, right?
Yes.
And yes, left. And if you give him, like, beginning of the fight, couple good leg kicks, fight's over. And fight beginning, Tony Ferguson begin fight with southpaw. Tony is not southpaw. Mm-hmm. And okay, first round finish, and after Ferguson become a little bit nervous because his plan is not working. Second round, not working. End of the round, he gave him good shot, uppercut. Mm-hmm. And after third round, it was finished. Yeah. It was finished for me, you know, because Justin understand he is much faster than him. He have very hard kick, he have very hard punch. Everywhere Tony Ferguson can take him down. And he fight very smart, move around, give him couple very hard punch, and end of the fifth round, finish. Nobody can be same long time, nobody. No Tony Ferguson, no Khabib, nobody. And one day, someone gonna beat you, or something gonna happen, you know. God don't give to nobody. It's like feel power, like reaction, mental, everything in one level always. One day it's gonna be go down, you know. And his day come, and it was April. It was in April or May. May, yes. And I understand. It's like Tony Ferguson's time is finished, you know. Now he gonna come back, someone gonna beat him again, I believe, because when you take damage like this, you never gonna be same, never ever, even if you're Tony Ferguson. You know, he take too much damage, you know. You see how he give up end of the five round, you know. He go like this. And Tony Ferguson is great fighter, you know. And right now he have choice. He can come and jump to Fight Island and fight with Islam Makhachev. He have 6 win streak. He's almost top 10. You know, he have name. And why not? Why not? Why he don't wanna take this fight? May UFC gonna give him good money. Ali Abdelaziz gonna give him 100,000 plus 100,000. You know, and very good chance to fight with Islam Makhachev. And after that, maybe he can fight for the title if he win. But I think his time is finished.
Last thing about Tony, what did you make of his decision to cut weight twice in a very short amount of time? Were you following attention to that at all? Stupid. You remember I told you I like Tony Ferguson, but he's a stupid guy. This is what I think. He keep talking about me. Why you talk about me? Someone like, you know, it's like smash your face, May, Justin Gaethje, smash you like everywhere. Why you keep talking about me? If you wanna promote yourself, okay, I agree with you. But if you really wanna keep talking about me and you think it's gonna be like this is something special or this is put you on good position, this is show your mind, you know, this is show how you weakness and what we can do. Well, I mean, you're basically saying this, but I'll ask you directly. We're probably never going to see that fight, huh? We're probably never going to see you fight Tony Ferguson after all those years.
Maybe if he come back, but I don't think this is possible.
How do you see the fight going between Justin Gaethje and Khabib?
Yeah, like originally I was leaning more towards Gaethje, but the more time I have to think about it, I think just Khabib and his wrestling is just going to be too much. It's just your run to the title is completely different stylistically from the title matchup. Like if you look down the list in comparison, you know, we got Khabib as the head and shoulders, the champion and wrestler. He's coming out there, he's going to wrestler. But you go like further down, Dustin, striker, Tony, striker, me, striker, Conor McGregor, striker, like Charles Oliveira, jiu-jitsu and striker. Like you're going to get to that title shot, you're just doing striking training camps, essentially. A majority of your time is going to be spent striking. And then you fight the best wrestler in the world after that. That's why I think it's such a stylistic problem for a lot of guys making their way to the title and then having to completely shift. You know, if you were to fight, if it was like Islam Makhachev's number 2 and Kevin Lee was number 4 and you fought Kevin Lee, Islam Makhachev, and then Khabib, then I feel like it'll be a lot easier because then you've done 3 defensively wrestling-based training camps back to back, and then it'll be a lot easier coming into that fight for the title. So I think for Justin Gaethje, you know, being in all of these dog fights with all of these strikers and then having to fight the best wrestler in the world, just that transition is going to be too much.
So, of course, you are a little bit more than just an observer for this fight, right? This is a guy you fought before. You fought both of these guys. Just your initial thoughts when this was put together. What's your thoughts on this matchup, man?
I guess my mind went in a couple different directions. I didn't know. It was like weird because you reward the guy who just came off a first-round loss and Corey Sandhagen with a number 1 contender fight or against the number 1 contender who just had a split decision win over Jose Aldo. Very controversial, which Dana kind of dubbed him the loser, technically, and rewarded Aldo with the title shot. So it's just kind of weird how everything's kind of falling into place, and I can't really put my finger on it. What they're trying to do is it seems like every time there's a clear path for me, they find another obstacle to put in my way to try to deny me for something that I've earned. So I think it's a good matchup. It's a fun matchup for sure. This bantamweight division, there's nothing short of fun matchups to make within that top 10, top 15. I don't think this is really a number 1 contender fight. You can't get sloppy seconds and get a title shot the same way Peter Yan got a title shot off of the same thing, beating a guy that I beat and being rewarded. So it's weird. It's like when I do, it's not that good, but when another guy does, it's supposed to be the greatest thing. So I need Corey Sandhagen to go out there and do his job and become the Sandman again.